Hello, today I'm going to show you the functionality and some explanation behind the code on my Fake Store app. So first off, this is where we start, the sign-in page, and we can't navigate away because we're not authenticated. And now I'm managing that through a use focus effect. So when you focus on a screen, it checks if you've got a valid token. If not, it'll take you back to user profile and it'll show you an error just to explain that. So if we sign up here, let's go test 5. There we go, test 5, and of course we can sign out and sign back in with that. And we can also change our name here, and we can change our password as well. So now we've got access to these other tabs. So when you first click on the products page, that'll load there, and then that'll be cached from now on. Same as when you click through to a category for the first time, boom. But if we click back onto electronics, it's straight away loaded, and it's the same thing for each individual item there. On each item page, we got the back button down the bottom. And so this caching is actually taken care of by the create API function from React toolkit, which it provides like a pretty simple way to handle caching as well as caching and just interacting with an API. And in the component, it's as simple as using that. So basically use this query. You can use it for posts as well. I just chose to use it for the Fake Store API because get's much simpler and much better in this use case. And then you can access the isLoading, and that's how you can run your loading components. It's just neat, and it's a good way of doing it. But I chose not to do that for the interacting with the Fake Store server. So our auth slice, this is how we manage this. Basically, token, username, user, email. And we've got a setter for each of those, and then we've got a clear. And so you use that when you sign out. And so these are the actions exported. Now these are our selectors, just a simple selector for each, and this is to send it to the store. For the cart slice, a little bit more complicated. There's a bit more going on. We've got our add product and our remove product. Which is really just add some quantity of a product. It could be one, it could be many. And remove, again, is removing a quantity of a product. And if that goes negative, then we can just delete the actual product itself from your products. And again, clear cart for when you're signing out, things like that. And of course, when you actually put in an order, you need to clear your cart. Now I did memorize some of these selectors, and that's because I was just getting warnings. The warnings were popping up down here. And so I just memorized some of those to get rid of that. The orders slice. This actually caused me quite a bit of grief in terms of aligning the structure I thought the orders should be in versus what's sort of specified by the server. I wanted them to match as closely as possible, and that was quite a lot of messing around. Modifying order, this is for when you can basically go into an order and make it paid, make it received. And these selectors are, there's a filter for each of those so that I can select the orders per heading, and so that logic's encased here and not in the component itself. So if I add this to cart, you'll see a shopping cart, badge increases. I'll chuck some of these in as well, good to have. Okay, and so now of course we can go up and down there, and if we do decrease to 0, that will remove completely. So if we check that out, boom, we've now placed an order, and that's a new order. We can see the details of it here. Now, so if we pay that using this modify order reducer, your order is paid. Fantastic, now it's here, and then it shows the receive. We can receive that. That'll push instantly through to there. Okay, great. That's really the bulk of it. And an interesting thing I did is the persistency is managed by so just use effects. So this is a component that I call from within the provider. So within the provider of Redux, I render this component, and the component is just it doesn't return any JSX. There's no node added to the tree there, but it does allow us to use these use selectors. And basically what we can do is on first load of the application, and once that token is also provided, as in the user's been authenticated, we can then fetch the user's orders and then push them into the Redux, the store, and then we can fetch the user's cart and push that to store. So I'll show you that working as well, persistency. And this is how I manage updating the cart. So each time the cart changes, if it's different to the old cart, we'll push to the server. It's a bit different with the orders, because I found that if we just put this within the like place order button, when you click handle place order underneath the shopping cart, it probably should be a separate logic, but this is just how I got that to be more reliable. It was too complex having side effects to manage this one, and there was no reason. So I'll show you this persistency. We'll load up a cart of stuff. Check that out. So shopping cart of $9,006, and we got some new orders, we got some delivered orders. Okay, so persistency wise, let's hit refresh on that. Or was it test 6? Oh no. Kidding me? There we go. test5@gmail.com. And so that shows us our cart is still the same, our orders are still the same. Yeah, that might not have been saved. But yeah, that's the bulk of it. Thanks very much.